Hey there, it's Shauna. I hope you're doing great. This is your weekly astrology forecast for August 21st. And this week is all about new beginnings of the heart, because this is a week where you'll have opportunities to connect with a deeper layer of your heart, maybe even a deeper layer of your unconscious, and to express in new and different ways. And so I'll share with you the astrology of this week, and then I have 3 tips for you to have an amazing week. So the first aspect, the grand event of this week, is we have a new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Leo. And this eclipse is really important because, eclipses are always important to pay attention to. They typically only happen about twice a year. So we have a set of eclipses that happened in February this year, and then we have the second set of eclipses that are happening in August this month. And so this new moon solar eclipse in Leo, it happens on Monday, August 21st. It's exact at 11:30 a.m. Pacific time or 6:30 p.m. Universal time. And then in Australia, it's exact Tuesday, August 22nd at 4:30 a.m. Australian Eastern Time. And so this eclipse is really important because it's a total solar eclipse. And a total eclipse happens when a lunation, a new moon, is really close to the north or the south node. This eclipse happens within about 4 degrees of the north node in Leo at 28 degrees of Leo. And so this in a nutshell is a time when we can connect with our Leo-like energy, and it's a new beginning of the energy that is Leo, and we all have a chance to connect with this. So Leo is about, ultimately, the basic of Leo is being appreciated for creative expression. Giving and receiving appreciation is really the core of what Leo is all about. And so the ways that this can manifest are, of course, creative self-expression, performance, drama, passion, any kind of artistic work, any kind of, again, performance work. It can also manifest as being seen as a leader and having natural leadership skills. The essence of a leader is a person that shows up and that provides an example just from the nature of who they are. And so they don't necessarily have to tell anyone to do anything a certain way. They just show up, and they show up and lead through example. That's the true nature of Leo, is to lead by example. So we all get to connect with this at a certain level. And the other aspect that's happening this week is we have Saturn moving direct. Saturn is the planet of the material world. Saturn, as it's moving direct, is making aspects with Mars, which is about asserting yourself and being strong and powerful in the world. It's also making an aspect with Jupiter, which is about expansion and luck and synchronicity. So what's really interesting with all of these coming together is there's a lot of fire energy. So fire is passion and drama, and there is this desire to express when fire element is involved. So all of these things are going to come up, and they're going to manifest in different ways for you depending on what's happening in your life now, and depending also on your relationship with how comfortable you are with creative self-expression, appreciation, and adoration as well. Leo is also about being adored. And so this leads me to some of the tips for this week. The other element of an eclipse is that because the sun, the light of the sun, is blocked out for a moment in time, it involves the unconscious or the shadow, or those parts of ourselves that we're not readily aware of. So tip number 1 is to get in touch with this. Tip number 1, I want you to write down 5 people that you adore and 5 people that you really don't like. So write down this list. So this is like your light and your shadow list. So I want you to write down these people, because the people that you adore, they give insight into your light qualities. Even if they're people that you adore and you think that you could never be anything like them, anything as amazing as they are, there's something inside of you that connects with them. And then on the shadow side, the people that you have an aversion towards, or that you don't like, or that they really bother you in some way. I want you to explore the qualities of those people as well, and maybe how they connect to something, a shadow inside of you, or maybe they hook on to something inside of you that is really uncomfortable to acknowledge. And so this is a good exercise just to sit with and to process things. So you can just write down the list and the qualities and then just see what comes up for you. You don't need to have any immediate aha moments. Sometimes it's something that can come up and be processed over time. So that's tip number 1, to write that list of the 5 people that you adore and the 5 people that you really don't care for. Tip number 2 is to do a meditation this week. So you can do this on the eclipse. I'll have a link below to the guided meditation that I recorded specifically for this new moon solar eclipse in Leo, or any kind of meditation that you like. But that's really important when there is a new moon, because the new moon is the time of going inward. It's the time of connecting to your energy at a more subtle level. It's not really about acting out in the world. It's about going inside so that you can take what is inside and bring it out, which is total Leo energy, going inside and then saying, okay, what is it that's important to me that I want to express, and then later bringing it out. So right now, tip number 2, do a little meditation this week. And then tip number 3 is to put this into practice. Let me know what's coming up for you during this new moon. What is it that you're intending to work on? What is it that you want to connect with as far as Leo energy in your life? And again, you don't need to be a Leo. It's whatever is like a potential for you to connect with around creative self-expression or leadership or being appreciated. Leave a comment below and let me know how you're going to harness this energy this week. And then if you want to go deeper into these themes for this week, you can listen to the podcast that I co-host with my friend Mel of Energetic Principles. It's called The Feminine Principle: Astrology for Authentic Living. And then of course, I'm available for reading. So if you want to take a personal look at your birth chart and what's happening right now, if you're like, oh my gosh, Shauna, like WTF, life is crazy, we can do a personal reading. And other than that, I'm sending you guys lots of love, and thank you so much for the love that you give me by commenting and connecting with me. I love to hear how you guys are doing. It makes me happy just to hear from you and to have a dialogue in that way. So sending lots of love, and I will talk to you soon. Namaste.